Hello, good morning. I woke up with no voice, 5 classes scheduled. I've got my tea going. And can you even hear my voice? No voice, but my first class decided to cancel within 24 hours. So I'm getting paid to take my time getting ready and chat with you. I'm showing you what it looks like when I wake up. I haven't brushed my hair yet. I haven't drank tea yet. I haven't put on makeup yet. So I thought, let's do this together, and we're going to have a little chat about what it's like being a mom of little ones. Okay. So if you ever wake up and you've lost your voice, get yourself some hot tea, some honey, some lemon, some cough drops. Let me take another sip. I have some vitamin C cough drops that I got from Dollar Tree. And I just buy bags and bags of them and have a drawer full of them for winter time. I haven't bought it since last winter because I haven't needed it. I'm going to have to buy a few new bags. So let's start off with brushing my hair. I woke up like this. I took a shower last night, so it's not too bad. So we're doing Get Ready With Me because this is brought and paid for by my first class canceling, which is my sweet Wei. For whatever reason, she's not taking class this morning, but she didn't cancel before 24 hours, so I'm getting paid for it. Thank you, Wei. Oh, let me put a cough drop in my mouth. So these cough drops, you could spend too much money on them at a different store, or you could get these lovely vitamin C cough drops at Dollar Tree for $1. So instead of buying $3 for one medium-sized bag, I spend like $4 for 4 small bags and get more. I believe my voice will come back progressively throughout this video. So yes, my eyebrows are there, but they're blonde. So when I'm teaching, it looks like I don't have eyebrows because it's online. And also with making videos, my eyebrows are really light. So I have $2 from Family Dollar. I get the blonde. Is it blonde? I don't know. It's an eyebrow pencil. I love that it rolls up, so I don't have to be here sharpening it. But I have the ones that you have to sharpen from Dollar Tree too. Those ones are a pain because the lead breaks like all the time. If you can even call it lead, the makeup stick thingy. Welcome. So that's how I do my eyebrows. I've noticed in a lot of my YouTube videos, my eyebrows look uneven. Obviously, I'm not a makeup pro. So when I teach VIPKID, I also get my lipstick from Dollar Tree. You can tell that I'm such a makeup pro because I get all makeup at Dollar Tree. Makeup and cough drops from Dollar Tree. The tea I'm drinking right now is just mixed fruity tea. If I had honey and lemon, I would put it in there. I have a tiny bit of lemon downstairs in my kitchen, but it's not even enough to go get. When my kids have a cough, I give them a spoonful of honey, actually suggested by the pediatrician. Okay, so this is that's my alarm clock, sorry. This is what I do for my eyes. I had another one, but I misplaced it. 1 second. I don't know. I sometimes use this lipstick. This is the same one that I already have right here. I usually use 2 colors, but whatever. So you guys are seeing the early morning me. Oh, honey and cinnamon. Okay, I should try that later. This weather, which isn't even cold yet, It's already getting me sick, but I'm not the only one. A lot of people are that way. I was at church yesterday, so there's only like 500 people who go to my church, 600. So, to me, that's a really huge church. But, that's a lot of germs in one building. Okay, so I was saying eyebrows and lipstick is usually what I do for my first couple classes. And if I feel like I want to, I might put on some eyeliner and mascara before I make a YouTube video. So let's do it. Handheld mirror from Dollar Tree. Eyeliner from Dollar Tree. You guys know my favorite store, right? If you're cheap and you know it, clap your hands. If you're cheap and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, so I thought that in this video I would talk about what it's like having a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old. How I do things, how I function, how I get things done, how I go places with them. The first thing I do is, as their mother, I start to train them at an early age. Mascara, like probably expiring. How do you know the expiration date of a mascara? So this is a couple years old. If that makes you cringe, I'm really sorry. Let me think. No, I bought this at Dollar General for $3. It was like 6 months ago. No, this is probably not expired. Mascara starts to smell bad when it expires. This doesn't smell bad, so should be good. They should definitely put a big expiration date on mascara, though, because it definitely isn't good for your eyes if it goes bad. But, yeah. There's a $7 mascara that's gold. That's really nice at Dollar General. But I get the $3 one because, like, package of diapers, makeup, package of diapers, makeup. You know what I mean? So this is actually a contouring stick from Dollar Tree, but I use it for eyeshadow. I contour right here, right along the edge right here. Right, that edge right there. Looks pretty nice, right? Then I just lightly put some right here because I should be doing it with the lighter color, but I don't have the lighter color right now. So, nah. I'm gonna remove that a little bit. Okay, so that's how I do that. I would be wearing my lipstick, but why wear the lipstick when I'm drinking tea? Like, that makes no sense. So that's how I do my hair. Why do I part my hair to the side and not the middle? Okay. This is a funny story. When I was like 18 or 19 years old, I worked at a camp. It was a Salvation Army camp. I was not a camp counselor. I was on staff. I was dining room staff, so I would serve the kids anything they needed. If they needed more ketchup, more juice, or whatever, we always like cleaned the whole cafeteria and set up for the next meal. That's what we would do. So I worked there 2 summers when I was 19 and 20. And one of those summers, my coworkers decided to give me a makeover. And when they gave me a makeover, they were like, you should really part your hair to the side. It looks a lot nicer. So now at 31 years old, I still part my hair to the side because those teenage girls thought that I looked nicer with my hair parted to the side. And I thought it looked cool. So I'll give myself a makeover every day just by parting my hair to the side. Okay. What's it like having small, young kids? Okay. Some of the things is training them from a young age. Let me talk about that. A lot of people say, I have young kids. My exercise is chasing them around. I never say that. You will never hear me say that. Why? Because I train my kids from a young age. You don't run away from mama. When mama says come, you come. Why? Because it is dangerous to have children that think it is funny to run away from mama. The most serious, the most mean that I get is in a parking lot when they try to run away from me. That's the meanest mama you'll see. Why? Because their life is important. I try to be upbeat. I try to be positive, but I take a few things very seriously, and one of them is being in a parking lot. I show them my mean mama face, and I explain to them very clearly they could get hurt by a car. I don't chase my kids around. I make them come when I say that when I say they need to come. Joshua's still learning that. I almost never spank my kids because they're still little and they're very sensitive. But when it comes to running away from me in a parking lot or running to the street, I will swat them because they need to learn. And they cry like I broke their heart because it's not a normal thing. The reason I don't spank my kids all the time is because if you spank your kids constantly and all the time, it just becomes not something that stands out in their mind as something wrong that they've done. It becomes, oh, my mom just hits me all the time. I don't even remember why or what it's for. It loses the purpose. It loses its strength. I know a lot of people are against spanking. For the most part, we don't spank unless it's a really big deal and it's just a swat with their diaper still on. So it's more the concept than the actual pain. The concept of, oh no, I'm in big trouble with my mom. I don't like that, I finished my tea, so I'm going to put on my lipstick. This lipstick is really bright, but by my 4th or 5th class, it's like worn off. But right now that I'm talking to you guys, it looks really weird, this bright, so I'm going to dab it. So I train my kids not to run away from me, and I train them that it's very, very important to stay with mama in the parking lot. They know that. They hear that all the time. I've also trained my kids to walk directly from the front door to the van and get in their seat. I put their seatbelt on, except for my 4-year-old. She kind of knows how to put her seatbelt on, but she needs a little help if the belt gets twisted. But I've taught them, and because I can't carry 3 children, and I'm not supposed to carry more than 20 pounds. Technically, as a pregnant woman, my doctor said don't carry more than 20 pounds. My youngest is more than 20 pounds, so I'm technically not supposed to be carrying my kids. I can't hold all 3 of their hands. They need to know to stay with mama or to listen and obey. They need to know to go straight from the house to the van. So I trained them at 1.5 years old. We go from the house to the van, from the house to the van, the house to the van. And it's not funny. It's not a joke to run away from mommy. If you run to the street, you get a swat on the bottom. It's only happened once for each of them. And they realized mama's not playing around when it comes to running away and running into the street. So my kids know that running into the street is a big no-no. The street we live on, there's like a hill, so anybody can pop up that hill speeding and you don't know they're coming because our street, like we live right here and the street's like, whew, somebody could come up that hill and hit someone. That's why we don't even have a sidewalk on our street. We can't go on a walk. It's not awful, but we go to the park. We walk at the park sometimes, but so also training my kids, you do not hit, you do not kick, you do not push each other. Esther learned this at 1.5. Well, no. When her sister was 1 and she was 3. When her sister was like 1.5 and she was 3, her sister would take her toy away from her and she would shove her sister. Her sister was barely learning how to walk or stand. So when she would shove her, it would make her fall down and cry and get hurt. So Esther did get a spanking, a swat, and she would cry her heart out. And we would explain to her at 3 years old that instead of pushing your sister when she takes your toy away, what you can do is find a toy that your sister likes and trade her to get your toy back. because the younger one is too young to understand just trading a toy. They understand that, okay, I got a toy. Okay, I'm okay with letting go of this toy. Then when Deborah got older, she had Joshua doing that. So Joshua would take her toy away. We're talking Esther's 4, Deborah's 3, and Joshua's 1.5. So Joshua is taking Deborah's toy out of her hands. Hey, Cindy. Oh, you're listening along while you go to school. Very good. So Joshua then would do the same thing. And we had to train Deborah. You do not hit, you do not kick, you do not shove, you do not push. You find a toy that your brother wants and trade him to get your toy back. So then there's Joshua. Joshua's 2 years old. And when they're 2 years old and they're getting a diaper change, they tend to kick and roll away. So what I do, take the advice or leave it, I let Joshua watch the ABC song on YouTube on my cell phone while I change his diaper. So he'll lay still. But I've taught him, you do not kick mommy. That's not okay. It's not okay to kick mommy. It's not okay to run away naked. It's not funny, and it seems like every kid goes through that phase. Boys, it might be a little bit more, it might depend on the personality. But that's my current struggle is when I want to change Joshua's diaper, he runs away from me. But Mama doesn't play that game. I don't play the chase the kids down game unless we're playing an actual game. Because it's unsafe for me to have children that think it's funny to run away from me because they've run away from me if they run away from me in a parking lot or at the mall, it's dangerous, So I teach them to stay with Mama, come when Mama calls. He still doesn't come when I call him. Sometimes. So I'll pull out my phone and I'll turn the ABC song on. And I'll say, Joshua, ABC song. Right now, he's obsessed with the ABC song. He loves his ABCs. He's learning his letters. He's only 2. He's delayed at talking. And so it's amazing to me that he loves his letters. So I'm okay with letting him watch the ABC song every time I change his diaper. But I'm not okay with him running away from me and laughing and me having to carry him across the house to change his diaper. So I turn the ABC song on. I sit on my bed where I change their diapers. That's the other thing. To change their diapers, I sit on the bed and I make them climb up on the bed so I don't have to lift them. Because again, I'm pregnant. I'm not supposed to be lifting more than 20 pounds, and my youngest is more than 20 pounds. So I'm not supposed to be lifting my children. So I try to find ways to do that as little as possible. There are some circumstances where I have to lift them, but I try to avoid it. So, yeah, those are some things that I do. I'm going to set an alarm on my phone and make sure I don't miss my first class, which starts at 6:30. So I'm setting an alarm at 6:25. We'll have to finish the video by then. Okay, so those are some things that I do. Another thing that I do, I teach my kids to say please and thank you for everything. Why do I do that? I want to be a patient mother, but I teach my kids to do and say things that help me to be a more patient mother. So Joshua's 2. He's delayed at talking, barely says much, but some of his first words have been ease and dandu. That's how he says please and thank you. This is the sign for please. I also teach them some baby sign language. So this is please and this is thank you, but my kids haven't really learned thank you. They just learn like please, more, all done. Oh, milk is the big one when they're breastfeeding. But all my kids are done breastfeeding. I weaned Joshua 3 weeks before he turned 2, and he's currently 2 and a couple of months old. 2 and a month and a half old. So my oldest is almost 5. That's another thing. Someone asked me, how can you have kids so close together? It would be like they're all babies and you have to take care of them all. What happens is your oldest, if they have a personality like my oldest, matures fast. It just makes her grow up faster. Esther yesterday, she was getting snacks for her siblings. She asked me to help her. She served her siblings snacks. She knows how to get in the kitchen, and she opens the baby gate to get in, and she knows not to let her brother and sister in. She knows how to get them like apples and snacks and stuff. And yesterday, Esther earned a quarter because she helped me with the dishes, and she's getting better and better at putting all the plastic kids' dishes into the dishwasher, right? So that's really cool. She also put all of the sippy cups into the sippy cup box. So she helped me, and she earned a quarter for her piggy bank. So my oldest is learning responsibility. I also set goals for teaching my kids things. All of them, well, not all of them. My older 2 knew all their colors, letters, numbers, shapes, and counting in English and Spanish from the age of like 2.5 or 3. Joshua knows his ABCs. He knows, so he's just like starting to learn because he just turned 2. But he knows how to count in Spanish to about 5 or 6 independently. He knows how to kind of count to 10 in English, but we're working on it. It's not perfect. It's really cute though. So I set goals for teaching them things. Esther right now, she's learning how to write. She knows how to write her name. She knows how to write like Deborah's name. She writes Esther, Deborah. She can write mom, dad, love. She knows how to spell like stop, zoo, go. I taught her the word the, but we need to review it more. I want to teach her. So my goals are like, I want to teach her more sight words, and I want to start getting like really simple, very beginner reader books, and have her start to learn to read. She starts kindergarten next year, and all of the goals in the public school for them to know by the end of kindergarten, I want her to know before she starts kindergarten, because I want her to be ready. So I want her to know how to count to 100. She's pretty darn close. She just gets confused when she gets to like 29 or 39, like what's the next number? So you have to help her a little bit, but she's getting good. So she can count to 100 with help. She needs to get better at writing her numbers. For cubbies, she has homework for Awana. We just started it, and I realized that she doesn't know how to write the number 3 or the number 5. Both of them look like S's because she's practiced S's a lot because it's in her name, Esther. So we need to practice writing numbers. For Deborah, I want to teach her before Caleb comes in January. Deborah turns 4 in January. I want to teach her how to put on her own seatbelt in the van, because she and Esther are going to be in the back row, and then I'm going to have Caleb and Joshua in the middle row. So I would like for them to be able to go to the back and put their seatbelt on, and me not have to be reaching over the seats to try to put their seatbelts on. So my goal is to get both of those girls in the next 4 months, get them putting their own seatbelt on very well. Esther's getting good. She just gets a little confused when it gets twisted, but I've been starting to teach her, how to untwist it herself. So some challenges with my kids. Esther's very bright and very smart, but very sensitive. So she sometimes cries when she does not get her way. So what I'm trying to teach her more and more is use your words. When she cries for something, I've been talking to her and I say, honey, I don't know what you want if you're just crying and throwing a fit. I need you to use your words. And we use Daniel Tiger songs like, use your words, use your words, use your words to say how you feel. Daniel Tiger is a big help with potty training and everything. So how's potty training going? Esther, my oldest, who's 4, she wears a pull-up to bed to prevent messes, but for the most part, she always wakes up with a dry diaper because we no longer have milk, juice, or water at bedtime. So, and she always goes to the restroom before she goes to bed. And in the morning, she throws her pull-up away, puts on some underwear, and goes pee-pee on the potty. Hello, this old helmet. So, I have 1 more minute, then I'm going to go to class. For Deborah, she pees on the potty all day long wearing underwear. But if we leave the house, we put a diaper or pull-up on her because, oh, I have to go now. But I'll talk about this real quick. We put a diaper or pull-up on her when we leave the house because she tends to have accidents in the van, and it's just really inconvenient when you're on the go. So when we go to church too, she wears a diaper or a pull-up. And also she's afraid of pooping on the potty. So she'll come to me and beg me for a diaper when she feels like she needs to poop. So she does not have accidents pooping, but she begs me for a diaper. And I each time try to convince her, if you poop on the potty, you can get a sticker or a sucker or a high five or whatever. And she's always like, I really need a diaper. So I'll put a diaper on her and she poops in the diaper and I clean it up. So she's getting there, but she's very sensory sensitive. If she gets drops of water on her clothes, she feels like she needs to take it off. But we've played at the splash park, and that has helped her to see all the other kids getting wet and being okay with it. At church yesterday, she got a little juice on her shirt and she started freaking out that she couldn't take her shirt off. So what I did was I took a wipe and I let her wipe it. And I said, it's going to dry in a minute because we're playing on the playground, but we don't have a shirt to put on and we can't be naked in public, honey. So just go play. It's going to be okay. So it took a little bit to get her to calm down and be okay with it. But she's very sensory sensitive to having wet clothes at all. Loves playing in water, does not like having drops on her clothes. So she's learning. And then Joshua has his second speech therapy today. Sometimes he surprises me and he talks. And so we're just doing speech therapy to try to support him more and help him more. All right. I hope you have a lovely day. I've got to teach classes. Thanks, guys. Bye.